No one wants to think about losing a loved one.
But in some cases here in San Antonio, that final goodbye is being made at least a little more peaceful by the practice of music thanatology.
Eyewitness News reporter Marvin Hurst introduces us to the harp of the hospice.
Music reaches us in places that nothing else reaches.
Always ready to take her show on the road, she's an artist with a difficult crowd.
My name is Deborah Marshall, and I'm a certified music thanatologist, and I work for hospice, and we have 2 offices. I've been to Jordanton, Lavernia, Hondo, wherever we have hospice patients, I go.
Today, Deborah Marshall is at the lodge at Leon Springs, where Lloyd Kitchen is waiting for his bedside vigil.
Our culture is not very good with dealing with death and dying, which is sort of odd because we're all going to die. Every single one of us is going to do it. You had it so nicely warm there.
Like any other medical professional, she checks the 86-year-old's vital signs. Then she offers the medicine of melody. Music thanatology is a musically clinical way for terminally ill patients and their families to lift some of the burdens connected to death, from anxiety to pain relief.
He's healthy as a horse when it comes to blood pressure, all of that.
Steve Kitchen owns the facility where his father will likely spend his last days. His father battled cancer, but Parkinson's has him bedridden.
So we're having to watch him pass away inch by inch, and it is extremely difficult to watch.
Deborah's vigils are not a concert of popular tunes. She plays prescriptive music while staying attuned to the patient's condition.
So music that is spacious, has a lot of space between the notes, is repetitive because repetition gives you a feeling of security. You want the patient to simply receive the music and not have to work to listen to it because they don't have anything to work with anymore. How are you doing? Is that okay?
Okay.
It's what? Are you saying magic?
Perfect.
Perfect. Oh, okay.
Most patients only survive 2 vigils. Some even transition as the music plays.
Yeah, I've had several patients die while I was actually playing for them.
This patient, who we were asked not to identify, got a chance to hear the harp of the hospice. It was a soundtrack to a prayer for a woman whose remembrance was virtually gone. 2 days after the vigil, she died.
We tend to be human doings instead of human beings. And what the dying really need is for you to be present because for them there's no doing left to do.
Deborah Marshall is back on the road, en route to an audience where there is no applause, but every note matters. Marvin Hurst, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
What
It's
a gift. What a gift.
A beautiful
that is.
blessing, I was just going to say. Yeah. And by the way, that Harp Hospice Vigil is provided free of charge.